So Nofika's altar is in New Gridania. We have one more patch to do. And then we're going to start working our way through all of the Heavensward raid and stuff content. My statement remains, please no. That is nightmare fuel. Also, why did that not... I've had Big Billy on my reward request queue for a while, and I don't know why. Welcome, Warrior Light, this way if you please. But normally that only happens if the sound alert doesn't play, so... Take your points back, Bird. Deal with it. I think the last thing we saw last week was Gosetsu just face-planting the ground after rowing across the ocean.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
Yeah, shit hit the fan, we know.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken.
Yeah, that's a problem.
After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
Crap.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment. Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
Crap.
We could face another calamity.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Good luck with that.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
I'm sure you'll figure it out, Sid. Figure out everything.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle?
Oh,
Have you no
right,
stomach
you
for
figure
the
it out.
obvious solution?
Right, you.
What in the hells are you doing here? A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated. Who is this man?
Miqo'te.
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Miqo'te, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
You're supposed to be dead.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend.
Nero?
As you have rather
Please stop playing your fiddle on the
realized,
rooftop.
within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
I feel like this is a bad plan, Nero.
Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanau since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
Guess who knows how to wake it up?
I'm sorry? Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Miqo'te, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity.
You say so.
And as luck would have it, I am graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust?
Yes, he is
You
in fact an
wound me,
egotistical
Doc.
narcissist.
All those years, studying side by side at the academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame?
Okay, to be fair, that was more or less their plan, so that's an acceptable pot shot.
Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I'm not sure that's
I
true.
would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartanau while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
You're assuming we can control it.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
Right.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it?
Probably not.
What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
No, but we're going to anyway. No, but I'll keep an eye on him.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice.
When do we ever?
Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Sure. Oh, wait. You mean those two? Half of
Yes.
them.
The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Carteneau and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Carteneau being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
Neutrality, huh? What's the word we're using?
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
My blade is yours.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
But Sundays are reliably Skyrim and then 14. I don't know why Skittle thinks he can convince people he's not a cat. That was a rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions. Not least among them, how Nero chanced to learn of the council meeting in the first place. Sid and the others are assembling at the airship landing. Alize is already on our way, and not due to lag too far behind. Let us be off. I also post my schedule on Blue Sky, Instagram, and on my About page, usually Wednesday, Thursday, for the coming weekend. Oh right, yeah, I do that now. I keep forgetting I have one of those. Well, you know, ready to go. The others stepped out onto the landing for a moment, lest you wonder. Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. Let him. Despite his very timely offer of assistance, the thought of that man poking about in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Elfino. His sister was adamant that she would never leave her sight. She and Yugiri are... well, here they are now. Right, I think that's everyone. Shall I set course for Cartano? Oh, might I ask that we delay our departure slightly? Require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon. Ah, yeah, that's fine. Completely fine. Oh. There's also a art share channel, which may be more appropriate for that. I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It seems wise to gain as clear an understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh, I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Give me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel in touch until such time as you have finished procrastinating. All right. While Finau speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mordenau, and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. Mine apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Yustol and the others forthwith, and join you as soon as I am able. Archon, pray accompany Alize back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guest. Right. Everyone heading to Mordenau is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. You're traveling with Mr. Garland, right, sir? Ah, the Enterprise Excelsior is right this way. All aboard! Cool. I will check those out later. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in the toll's main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stones, then? Rising Stones, Rising Stones, Rising Stones. Land, please, thank you. Do, 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 do.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Why are you a butt?
I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation.
Is this the toaster?
Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
Mel, you want one?
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
And I mean, even the Scions have an electric kettle.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Good gods, that voice could fell a gigas.
Hi.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger.
Do you have a name yet? Oh.
I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Really?
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
No, mine. You can't have her.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
She's our ninja now.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the Scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is
Plus, she
more.
likes us. We're cool.
A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
Are they trying to get it?
The Empire! Yugiri, you draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
Oh, right. They stopped talking. Once we had your measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here. Try it on now if you like. Hi, Skittle. Assuming we measured correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. So, how does it feel? Like I'm a goddamn badass. You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell you how much this means to me. I've crafted something worthy of the Warrior of Light. It's... well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I always also sewed in a blood pearl charm to, bring you home. May it always protect you.